Hey, this is Kriss and this is Getaway Festival 2013. We have the amazing Jamey Jasta from the legendary Hatebreed here. I've been looking forward to this interview for quite some time. So, Darren told me about this, and this has been an honor for me. I mean, so how do you find the Swedish audience for you so much at the moment?
It's great. You know, we've done Peace and Love, we've done Metal Town. This is our first time doing Getaway Rock, so I'm excited for it. And I was just watching Behemoth, who you guys can probably hear in the background, and they got a really good reaction, so I know it's going to be good for us too.
What stage are you playing on today?
Same stage as Behemoth, System, Killswitch is the green stage. So, and I just saw some of the System guys. We haven't played with them in a while, so this is kind of like a little bit of a Ozfest reunion kind of in a way, so it's fun.
That's quite a lineup for a festival in one day, isn't it?
Oh yeah, we tweeted it. We were like, be jealous, and everybody was like, oh man, that should be in the States. Why is that not in England? Why didn't you bring that to Indonesia? And all these different countries. People were like, what the hell? But it's a really good lineup.
I mean, I know that this is quite a small town in Sweden, so it's quite crazy to be here. So how have things been for you so far this year?
It's been great. We're on the world tour right now. We're going all over the globe. We just got on Warped Tour in Australia. It's coming up. We're doing like all these other countries that we've never done before. So it's a good deal. Like, with the Divinity of Purpose being out about 7-8 months now, it's gotten us to go to all these new places, so it's great.
It's on my playlist, and I absolutely love it.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
I like what you're doing with it, you know what I mean? Because I know you play hardcore, and it's like, you've always got to try and develop and move a little bit forward. How do you do that?
Well, we said we wanted people to say it was our most metal record, but our most hardcore record. And I said, look, say what you want, as long as it's all pit and no shit. That was the tagline. So, and I feel good about it. I think anytime you try something a little bit new, you might divide the camps a little bit, and people will say what they want to say. But when we go out and play the songs, and the whole place is singing "Honor Never Dies" and "Dead Man Breathing" and all those songs, it feels great. So we know we did a good thing.
What's been the reception to the new songs? Obviously, you've got your classics that everyone always wants to hear. What's that feel like to be a band? To have the classics now, but you still want to get your new songs out.
Well, they go right in the set. It actually is like pretty seamless. That was the one really cool thing about this album cycle, is that those songs just went right into the set seamlessly. Whereas I think the last album, because it was so much more metal and some of the songs were tuned down, we'd have to do a guitar change, and it kind of broke up the flow. But this record, man, all the songs we've been playing, we do like 5 or 6 new songs, they all go in the set great.
So I love your show because it's so high energy. I mean, you guys are on there giving it. Do you ever get tired and like, oh man,
the other night we did Dublin, and I saw a guy on the street, and he said, are you in Hatebreed? Aren't you in Hatebreed? I was like, yeah. And he said, what are you doing in Dublin? I go, we got a fucking show. We're here to play. And he's like, oh, well, I saw, Lamb of God posters and Exodus posters, but I didn't see any Hatebreed posters. And we always kind of get done dirty like that, because people think, we're just a hardcore band and their diehard fans are going to show up. We don't need to promote the show. And so I treated that show like it was going to be like our farewell show. And I try to do that with every show, but that show in particular, because I said to the guy, why don't you come to the show? And he goes, oh, I'm married, I got to bring the kids to school, I got to do this, got to that. Well, so I felt like, you know what, I want to make a show that everybody who hears what they missed is going to be pissed. And I try to do that with every time, because I want people to go, why did I skip that show, Because we're at the point where we're going to some of these cities once in a 4-year world tour. So if you're gonna miss us, we might never be back.
I love that attitude. That never say die, 110%. I think a lot of bands out there who are trying to get state can really learn from that, because a few guys think, oh, I'm playing in front of 10 people. Don't matter, man. Still 110%.
We did a show in Liverpool the other night on like 3 weeks' notice, and it was the same thing. Like, I was like, look, these kids showed up on 3 weeks' notice for my birthday show, by the way, and I was like, we got to do like 30 songs and just keep hammering them, and that's why we have such diehard fans, because they know we give it all.
Did you get a nice response from them for your birthday?
Oh, it was great. It was crazy. We left it all on the stage. That was another like really just hot, sweaty, and like I was saying, we're going to so many new places now. There's not enough days of the year to actually come back. So when we do come through, you got to think. Look at like a place like New Zealand. Last time we went there and played was like 8 years ago. We'll probably never go back. That's why you got to come see us when we come through.
But I think it's amazing now that a lot of bands are going to places like Indonesia and Thailand. I mean, like the market's really exploded. How is that for you guys? Like breaking into this new market?
It's amazing. We wrote a song about it on the new record called Indivisible, where it's like, it just shows that music is a universal language and that everybody is the same. It doesn't matter. We go to Russia and people are going crazy singing every word. Then we go to a Muslim country like Indonesia and everybody's singing every word. So it breaks down the racial, religious, all the stuff that mainstream media and society tries to divide us with. Music breaks it down and brings people together, and that's amazing. And we're gonna go, like this next year, I was looking at the schedule, it's crazy. All the new places that we're going to. And so if we're coming to your town, make sure you come.
I mean, I think it's absolutely amazing that these people, because metal is metal, I'm going to put that in the general sense of hardcore, everything, because metal is metal, and I think it doesn't matter what metal you listen to, you're still a community, and people just sharing that. Yeah. I mean, do you try to portray that across to your fans?
Oh, absolutely, and I speak about it every night. I mean, especially now with doing so many new places, and even in the States, we're going to new places. Like this last tour we did, we went to like all these different cities that we haven't ever been to, or places that we haven't been to in a while, and we're seeing new kids pop up, new scenes pop up, and it's great because we don't have, you know, rock radio. We have, as far as video, what do we have left? We have, you know, YouTube and some video shows across the globe, but nothing in the States. So, you know, we really need the scenes to build up and the local bands to be the next Hatebreed.
Because I was talking to a couple of guys in Lamb of God, and they were saying to me that the metal scene in America is not what it used to be anymore. I mean, everyone's listening to hip hop. I mean, how do you find it?
Well, that's true in some places. Like it's different pockets of people are popping up more and more. Like we just did Nashville, Tennessee, which you would think is the only country town.
I've got a bunch of family there.
You do? Well, it was awesome. It was one of the best shows of the tour. On like a Tuesday night, we had like 700 people. Now, the last time we went there was probably 2004 or 2003, and it was nobody there. So we were like, well, we can't go back because we lost money, you know, but our agent said, no, the club really wants you, you know, the promoter really wants you, the club says it's gonna do good, and thank God that new scene sprouted up because it was all new people that came to see us. It was cool.
Have you got anything coming up with your own side projects at the moment?
I don't have anything coming up with side projects. Like
I know you did your album, I really loved it.
Oh,
but you know, sometimes you like to separate yourself as a musician and do something new. So you've got nothing coming up then?
Well, I have songs in the hard drive, I have stuff, but I don't want to even think about working on it yet, just because this has been such a whirlwind tour, and I just don't want it to take away from what we're doing with Hatebreed right now. But I was looking backstage and I was like, oh man, I want to do a song with Darren Malakian, I want to do a song with Adam from Killswitch, I want to do a song with Nurgle. I mean, there's a lot of artists I want to collaborate with, so hopefully, you never know, maybe in a year or two we'll be able to put something together.
How's it feel to be able to just go in your phone book and go, yeah, you know, I just want to call you up and do it, you know, let's do a song together?
It's cool. You know, a lot of these festivals bring a lot of different styles of bands together, and like we did a show with Alter Bridge, and I asked Mark Tremonti to do a song, and he was like, yeah. And I Twittered about that, and people, my Twitter fans went crazy. It was like, I would love to hear you do a song with Tremonti. So it's really cool that a lot of the heavier bands have some crossover with some of the more modern rock bands.
So what have we got left for the rest of the year now? You know.
Oh, it's crazy. We're going to Brutal Assault next. So we end this at Summer Breeze. Then we're going out in the States with Guar for 5 shows.
Wow.
Then we're taking out Shadows Fall, Acacia Strain, and Battlecross in the U.S. for 3 weeks. Then we're going to Monsters of Rock with Limp Bizkit and Slipknot. Then we're going to...
That's something I want to see.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. We're going to Warped Tour in Australia with Parkway Drive and Offspring. You know, our buddy Todd from H2O plays for Offspring. We're going to have so many friends on that tour. And then there's other stuff that I can't even talk about yet, but we have Speed Fest in Holland, November 23rd, with Agnostic Front. I mean, we got a lot of stuff coming up.
I'm a little bit jealous.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Okay, I want to thank you so much for coming here, man. Jamey, it's really nice seeing you again. This has been Jamey Jasta from Hatebreed. This is Kriss Panic at Getaway Rock Festival. Get your horns or your fist out, whichever way you want to go, and rock on.